Hi, welcome to In Your Face. I'm Adam, along with my partners Ryan and Eric. Today we're going to talk about Bruins hockey, Celtics basketball, and the Tom Brady suspension. Starting off with the Bruins, do you guys think they're a playoff contender this year?
I would say yes because I really like the move of David Backes. They need another defenseman to solidify their spot as a playoff team, but they have a really good core in Marchand, Bergeron. There's rumors of Krejci being moved, but if he stays, that's four really good centers. One of them would probably have to play wing, but they really needed a defenseman.
They don't have defense. Who do you think their number one defenseman is right now? I want to know who you think their number one defenseman is right now.
Torrey Krug.
Is that gonna win you? Is that gonna? That's not gonna get you in the playoffs. You have Torrey Krug, Zdeno Chara's old.
So
You have,
Seidenberg.
you have Miller, John Michael Lyles. Like you're not going to the playoffs with no defense.
Trust me, I know.
They and their offense isn't even that great either. You have a couple good forwards in there, but I don't see it happening unless they get in there. They need two or three defensemen. They don't need one defenseman. If they get one defenseman, maybe they can pick off an 8 seed, but they're not. I don't think they're making the playoffs whatsoever, and they're not going to be a contender until they get two or three more solid D-men. Torrey Krug in a couple of years will be a solid defenseman. Chara's gone in a year or two. And what, you have Colin Miller and Kevin Miller and John Michael Lyles, like, that's not going to bring you to the playoffs. I want to know how you think they're going to make the playoffs.
I think under Claude Julien's system, yes, you are right, we need defensemen ASAP. But I think the offense could be good enough. Tuukka Rask really needs to put on a good season this year to make the playoffs. But I think he can do it after having a rough season last year. I think he'll bounce back.
How do you think their offense is going to do? I'm just curious.
I think they'll be about average, just a little bit above average, which is considered a hockey team above average.
I want to say one thing real quick. It's about David Backes. Why did he go to Boston? You're on St. Louis, who's going to win a cup in a couple of years. I guarantee you right now, and watching this video in like 2 or 3 years, St. Louis is going to win a cup in the next 10 years. He'll only be there for the next 5, maybe. He signed a 7-year contract, correct?
5.
5-year contract?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. So I bet you they were going to win a cup in that next 5 years span. Not the Bruins, the Blues. That's why I thought he should have stayed. He's their second best player right now.
Okay, moving on to basketball. The Celtics and Knicks, two teams that made considerable additions in the offseason. Who do you guys think is the better team right
The
now?
Knicks, without a doubt.
If it was 2011,
Are you serious right now? You think Al Horford and Isaiah Thomas are going to get you be a better team than Derrick Rose, Carmelo Anthony, Kristaps Porzingis, and Joakim Noah?
again, if it was 2011, Joakim Noah Defensive Player of the Year, Derrick Rose MVP, Carmelo one of the top 5 players in the league. None of those things are still the same anymore. But Al Horford is still an All-Star. Isaiah Thomas is still an All-Star. And I think they'll improve to grow along with the young core of the team with Bradley, Jay Crowder, the GOAT himself, Jonas Jerebko.
No, I don't think you quite understand. See, if they stay healthy, they're a better team. I bet you they're going to finish above the Celtics this year. I honestly believe that. You have Kristaps Porzingis, who's, 19, 20 years old right now? He's growing. And you have so many strong athletes on that, athletic players on the team. As long as Derrick Rose stays healthy, this team is going to be a contender for the East. I believe so.
Derrick Rose played his most games in about 5 years this year. He averaged 16 a game. It's okay. It's all right. But he'll probably have a better season this year. But who says he won't tear his ACL again? That's happened 3 times. Carmelo, he has some conditioning problems. He has an attitude problem. And then Courtney Lee, he'll get to like 8 or 9 a game. Okay. Porzingis, for 7-1 guy, he should be getting more than 7.5 rebounds a game. And Joakim Noah, 4 points a game last year. I know, 29 games for the season. But his knees are not as bad as Derrick Rose, but they're not good either.
If they stay healthy, they're going to be a better team. That's all I'm saying right now.
If it was 2011, they'd be a good
I
team.
feel like Carmelo Anthony, I feel like his attitude problems are going to get better because a stronger team around you is going to make him, like, when he was in New York, he doesn't have anybody. He got Kristaps Porzingis through the draft. He'll be a top player in the league pretty soon. He was nominated for Rookie of the Year. He was only a rookie last year. You have to remember, he was just a rookie. So you can't compare him to the top center in the league quite yet. I think he's up there, but I think he'll be the best center in the league in a couple of years. But I think this year, they're a better team than the Celtics on paper.
Just remember, Melo will probably not be the number one option this year. It might be Porzingis, but just remember, one ball. There's only one ball. Melo, if he's not getting shots, not happy. Derrick Rose, not as much, but he won't be happy either because he's not like the best team guy himself, even though he's pretty good.
All right, moving on to our final topic, the Tom Brady suspension. Do you guys think it was justified or not?
Not even close. It's an equipment violation. Brad Johnson, the 0-2 Super Bowl quarterback, said he underinflated the balls. Aaron Rodgers overinflated the balls. I'd like to see Tom Brady get some
Oh,
off the table.
all right. First off, let's go back to Aaron Rodgers. An overinflation of the balls is harder to throw.
Some people, it's personal preference.
Yeah, but he kept it in range.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Brad Johnson said he put it over.
No, I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers.
My bad.
Yeah, Brady wasn't even slightly close to range. It was well
One
off.
PSI is not that bad.
Oh, there's a reason why he's getting suspended.
Again, the CBA, ridiculous, Roger Goodell's power, but he is the judge, jury, executioner, not fair. Ted Wells' report has so many holes in it. The only things that really made Brady come to this point was one, the destroyed cell phone. That looks awful.
Yeah, how do you explain that? Like, if you destroy your cell phone, like, you obviously are cheating in some way or have something going wrong if you destroy your cell phone.
Do I think they deflated the balls? Yes. But he should not be suspended a quarter of the season for maybe knowing something about deflating a
Oh,
football.
who are they going to suspend? The ball boys?
What do you have to say to the people who say that it's not really the crime, but it's the cover-up in this case?
It is.
It's still, it's a deflated football. He threw better when the balls were inflated. Even if we're playing with a medicine ball or a beach ball, he just handed off to LeGarrette Blount for 3 touchdowns.
I think. Here, the reason why Tom Brady didn't get suspended for this is because, well, if he came out and said, all right, I cheated, I deflated the footballs, that's a 1-game suspension right there.
Probably.
He had to cover it up. He had to be difficult, which adds games, and he lied in court. He lied in court. Everyone knows that. He knew the ball got deflated. How would you break your phone and say, "Oh, it's a Michigan tradition" or whatever he said? Like, seriously, you broke your phone.
That's all the time we have for today. Signing off, I'm Adam, along with my partners Ryan and Eric.